Sagittarius, what is up? Welcome to Flavored Vivid. For those of you guys that are new here, my name is Carissa. The way that I do my readings is intuitively. I like to start off in your etheric energy, grounded down to the physical, some general messages. I pull a spread on your finances and career. I pull a spread on your love life, and then I close it out with spirit guide messages. Now, with all of that said, this reading seems to be branching off last week's reading a little bit. You guys, okay, you're really heavily being impacted by this eclipse season, which you are a mutable sign, so that makes sense. It should be directly impacting like Virgo or Pisces, but it's also is going to have a direct impact on Gemini and Sagittarius as well, which you are a Sag. So understand that you're undergoing massive transformation and you are shedding old identities that no longer serve or resonate with you. Now, it does feel a little bit forced. You guys got the unexpected card. And this could bring a very inconvenient detour, is what this card talks about in the book. Or it could be a pleasurable detour. It really just depends on how you choose to frame or see your experience. You also got the Universal Mother, and card number 18 breaking down to the number 9. Sagittarius, you do rule over the number 9. You are the 9th house, right? Which is expansion and spirituality and things of this sort here. And then you also got egotism, Leo energy. This could be a Leo around you, or this could be a Virgo around you with health, because there's something that's like a perception that you may have that's not good for your health. I definitely see that you guys are really uncertain about like your love life right now. It's like you want a partner, but there's no passion in your life. Like there's really nothing that is, it's like aligning for you. You also have we are sending you healing. Be open to receive. I do want to say that new love is coming. It is in the reverse though, because it's just not here yet. Like this week is all about you, especially as we lead into this lunar eclipse. It is all about you right now. We also have the 3 of Cups in the reverse as your overall energy, which is showing that you might not be feeling really happy with your reality right now, with life right now. And it's having to do with, because you are shedding, you're shedding this old identity. 6 of Cups is in the reverse. You're leaving this behind. You're leaving behind things that you are not happy with, right? So the Universal Mother card says, the Universal Mother teaches you to trust your intuition and show you how to be kinder and less judgmental of others. The Universal Mother card is a reminder that your loving energy helps the people in your life feel treasured and valued. It's an affirmation that your sweet nature is much appreciated, even though at times it doesn't feel like it. Your presence can encourage people to feel happy and lighthearted and ensure that they don't take life too seriously. By accepting and expressing your softer, more feminine side, you'll bring more compassion, empathy, and sweetness into your world. So it's like a mirrored energy with the Universal Mother, right? Where it's like your internal reality is manifesting externally, where, like giving more compliments to other will bring more compliments into your life type of energy here. The world is really mirroring you. We also have moves in silence in the reverse. I don't really know what that's insinuating. You could be moving in silence, but I just feel like that's too basic. Clarify the moves in silence for Sag, please. What is this in regard to? The Cherry card in the reverse and the World card in the reverse. Okay. Somebody is trying, 2 of Cups. Somebody is definitely trying to, whether this is you or another person, right? It's like trying to be known, trying to prove a point, trying to be seen in something here. But they're misaligned with the 2 of Cups in the reverse. This could be, like kind of like an ex or whatever, right? With the 2 of Cups in the reverse, where it's like they're trying to prove that they're better off without you. And look how sexy they are now that you guys broke up. And this is not, it's coming from ego. Is that what egotism is here for? It could be a Leo doing this or a Gemini. Yeah, it's just somebody not making healthy choices or decisions, like having a really misconstrued view of reality in the moon card here, doing some sort of subconscious work. Okay, it's like the truth is being shown, the truth is being seen. Okay, it's being exposed. Let's go ahead and actually get into your reading though and shuffle live. Show me what we have for Sagittarius. Some of you guys could be quitting a nighttime job. Okay, or there's like an office job that you could be quitting. There's some sort of like job ending that you're just not aligned to anymore. So this transformation, again, it's shedding old versions of yourself. So whether this is like in regards to love, in regards to how you show up in reality, in regards to your belief systems, you're shedding these versions, your finances, right? Okay, we have self-care. So right now is a really good time for you to start nurturing yourself, your emotions. You have choices and decisions to make, and it's about applying your own personal free will. You could definitely have Gemini in your chart because Gemini just got that as well. Talking about that self-care, talking about the free will here. Yeah, it says allow yourself to be vulnerable and admit your true feelings, which will release your emotions and give you permission to feel what needs to be felt. Self-care involves taking some much needed time to self-reflect and acknowledge your own needs. However, it's not about recharging your energy so you can sacrifice yourself. It's about nurturing yourself and feeling good enough just as you are. Free yourself from the weight of expectations and free yourself from the weight of your own expectations. That's the same thing, okay? Be wary of self-care to-do lists. It can be easy to fall into the trap of telling yourself that you should undertake certain practices every day to keep on top of your self-care rituals, but this will just add more pressure onto you to achieve. Trying to fit all things in that you feel you should be doing can lead to feeling overwhelmed. Regardless of your outside achievements, you are worthy of love, acceptance, wealth, and good health, and it's all waiting for you in abundance. You just need to allow it to happen. So right now, it's just about allowing things to happen here, taking care of yourself, honoring your feelings and your emotions. A lot of people have very intense feelings and emotions this week that are coming up because they're being guided to be released. It is not a punishment. Again, it's a shedding of these older versions of you so that this new you can birth through onto a brand new timeline. Show me what else we have. Messages, please, for Sagittarius. Messages for Sagittarius. Okay, we have pleasure, interesting, and change. So remember when the unexpected card showed up and it said that this could be a very inconvenient experience or a pleasurable experience, and now you have pleasure and change. Spirit's asking you to take pleasure in these changes that are happening in your life. Like, learn to enjoy change instead of being resistant to the change. It can feel very chaotic though. I mean, in this picture here, there's this lady. I gotta cover her up because people like to report my videos for sexually explicit stuff, which they just ended up coming back and they didn't do anything, but still got a lot of haters right now. But there's a lot of chaos around. As you can see, there's swirling clouds, there's birds and everything. Like, think about like a bunch of birds, like when you go to the beach and all making a bunch of noise and flocking to like a tortilla shell or something like that on the beach, right? It's that type of energy. There's also lightning in this picture, so it can feel very sudden. Like, this change is going to feel very sudden to you. But it's not sudden, it's aligned. And I feel like saying that it's very aligned. Like, it was meant to happen during this time. You guys are shedding beliefs within certain systems right now. Whether these systems, hi Marie, whether these systems are like, for example, government systems, you're going to see a huge uprising, right? We already are. People are tired of it. All around the world, it's not just subject to one specific region or country. It's worldwide at this point. And it's like women that are coming out and they're like, yeah, I'm not I'm not doing this, right? They're becoming more feminist, but in all reality, they're just rebelling against certain things that are outdated, that are archaic. And a lot of this is happening with reason because it's meant to happen. We're meant to bring more feminine energy into this new timeline, but femininity does not mean purity. It does not mean submissive. It does not mean docile. Femininity, I want you to look at any goddess, Kali Ma. She literally slayed the egos, the heads of egos, the heads of men, okay, to prove a point, right? Aphrodite is the goddess of war, but she's beautiful, she's graceful, but she's like an ocean. When there's a storm in the middle of an ocean, it's still beautiful, it's still graceful, it's still an ocean, but it's not afraid of the chaos, right? It's not afraid of that energy. And so that's the type of femininity that needs to come in. It's like, yes, softness and kindness, but at the same time, kindness should not be without boundary, without moral, without integrity, without a foundation. And that's the femininity that's coming into our world during this time here. And it's male, female. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. Messages, please, for Sagittarius. Messages, please, for Sagittarius. We have running. We have love on the brain. And child services. Okay. Oh boy. We also have looking you up. All right, let's go ahead and see what this is in regards to. You have somebody researching you right now, though, trying to get some sort of info on you. Okay, they could be reporting something like about your children. I don't know why I'm seeing like children run around in an apartment complex and they don't have shoes on. So if you live in an apartment complex, I feel like somebody's going to report you or your children or something like that to child services, because they don't have shoes on or because they feel like they're being neglected or something. I don't know if that's the truth. It's just what I'm intuitively picking up on. So be mindful of that. You're going to have to handle it promptly. Like, don't run from it. Spirit just said, don't run from it. Like, handle it promptly. Tell me about running. Okay. Okay, and running is clarified by inspiration and excitement. Love on the brain is clarified by optimism in the reverse, discrimination in the reverse, and speculation in the reverse. Child services is clarified by friendship in the reverse and negotiation in the reverse. Tell me about looking you up is clarified by impulsiveness. Okay, so the person looking you up could definitely be an Aries, or you could have Aries in your chart. We have Gemini, Pisces. You have Virgo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Libra, and Cancer again. Okay, so those are the signs that we have on the table right now. Tell me about this running and inspiration and excitement. Yeah, the Empress in the reverse. There's someone around that doesn't want to face things. This could be a Taurus or a Libra. It doesn't have to be, but they don't want to face things unless they're fun. Okay? Life is not always fun. You know, Ace of Hazards. They're running from a brand new beginning that's meant to come in from a really solid foundation, that's meant to come in for them. Whoever this is, the Fool card. Yeah, a brand new beginning, like I just said. I felt that. And it's like there's a vulture here in the back. See Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So somebody's making the wrong decisions. They're making impulsive decisions, okay? And there's a vulture right back here in this new beginning card. Now, vultures, they eat dead things, right? That's what they eat. That's what they consume. And there's something here about somebody who is running from something because it's not fun, but they're consuming what's dead. They're consuming what's already dead. It's dead. Like, there's nothing left to consume. It's at the bone here, okay? Tell me about love on the brain. They're on the wrong path, by the way, whoever that is, okay? They're experiencing, like, unfortunate events right now because they're eating what is dead already. You know, it's trying to hold on to something that doesn't exist anymore. Tell me about love on the brain with optimism in the reverse, discrimination in the reverse, and speculation in the reverse. You have the Sun card in the reverse. Leo energy. You have the Four of Cups in the reverse. And the Five of Swords in the upright. Page of Swords here. It's wanting... Okay. You're desiring... Hold on. Was the Sun card reversed? Yes, it was. Okay. it's not seeing something clearly. I feel like somebody here really wants, you know, they're like fantasizing, daydreaming, you know, about love. You could be thinking about a specific person, perhaps, or is this just a desire of yours of like, when is it going to be my time? When am I going to experience this? But there's a lot of like arguments or ego traps that are here that are kind of in place and not seeing something correctly. Your time will come, but it's like somebody's not ready for this. And if this isn't you, this could be another person to you. Like, you know, take it as it resonates for you. It could be somebody that's like spying on you or watching you. But for me, the pages are students and they have lessons to learn. And somebody still has lessons within like balance of equal reciprocity in relationships, whether it's platonic or romantic. And so that's why it's like love isn't really here, and somebody's losing their optimism and becoming more Five of Swords, becoming more like I can't think of the word right now. Like, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it. Give me another one. Judgment. Yeah, they're tracking the energy that they're actually putting out, essentially here. Pessimistic. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I don't know why that was so hard. They're becoming more pessimistic, okay, where it's like, you know, oh, this is never gonna happen for me, and it's like making them angry, and they don't realize that they're holding in like anger or resentment or this like grudge, almost like they're holding in the grudge, and there is some sort of like judgment on this because it needs to change, okay? The Nine of Wands, yeah, and somebody like claims a victim in every situation, and they're not a victim at all. They're not a victim at all. So it's like just recognizing like we receive what we put out, we align to what we are consciously aligned to and what we're capable of. Like, respectfully, and I say this respectfully, it's gonna sound disrespectful to a lot of people, but do you ever see like two idiots and you're like, they're perfect, actually perfect, yeah, let's use Shelly and Ace, okay, from Love is Blind, right? They're both fucking haters, they're both idiots, they deserve each other, okay? They've ruined everything that they've touched. They're aligned consciously. They are aligned consciously, which is why they found each other. Somebody's mad because they keep aligning to things and they're refusing to see, thank you, that's really sweet of you, I appreciate that. They're refusing to see their own reflection in the other person or why this is happening, and instead claiming victim to that. You know, so it's like, yeah, it's just mirrored experiences. Okay, tell me about this child services thing, though. This one threw me for a loop, I'm not gonna lie. Negotiation is in the reverse, and friendship is in the reverse. I feel like a neighbor is literally calling CPS on some of you guys, or on somebody here, especially if you live in an apartment. The Hermit card could be a Virgo that's doing this. You're gonna know who did this. The World card, okay? You could have some sort of like online presence as well. Oof. Yeah, there's some sort of toxicity. They might even say that like you're on drugs or something like that. The Star card, you're gonna be really disappointed, and it is in regards to children, okay? So if you have been doing drugs, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like they're gonna show up unannounced when you're least expecting it. I honestly feel like the kids are gonna let them in the house because they don't know better. Or bring them to the door. I would hope that you're not drinking or on drugs or something like that. You might be the one calling this as well. Like, perhaps you're calling on somebody else who knows, like, drinking or on drugs. I don't really know how, like, child services works like that. I assume that they, like, drug test and stuff. I would assume so. I don't really know. Maybe that's just if you go to court. I don't really know how that works. All I know is that I have my own conspiracy about that stuff, okay? Free the children. I don't think that calling CVS always works, so I don't know. All right. Tell me about impulsiveness, though, and looking you up. Who's looking them up? Ace of Cups in the reverse. Somebody hates you. Somebody who's really, like, sad and, like, hungry and hateful, envious. Two of Swords in the reverse. It's somebody here who you don't have blocked. Queen of Wands. It's another fire sign. Two of Cups. Somebody possibly that you are in a relationship with, okay, or a friendship with. Tell me about this fire sign. Queen of Swords in the reverse, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Ten of Swords. It's somebody who feels very betrayed by you. What do they want? Six of Cups. Yeah, it's somebody from your past, okay? What do they want? What are they trying to see? Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. If you're making money, if you're happy, if you've moved on, okay, they haven't mastered something. Like, they're not over something. This is the type of person who, like, holds grudges. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so this is somebody that you don't have blocked. They hold grudges, and they're looking you up. Nine of Swords. They could be having, like, nightmares right now during this time. Page of Hazards in the reverse. Yeah, and, like, receiving a lot of bad news or something. Tell me about this. Could be a friend, an old friend of yours. Nine of Hazards in reverse. This person's really broke right now. Okay, and very codependent on others. Tell me about this. Nine of Cups. Very selfish, okay? Very self-serving energy. I heard shooting their own foot. They're shooting their own foot. The High Priestess. It could be a Pisces. And the Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, somebody's very restless here. Because their intuition is like telling them something. And then they're looking to see if it's true. That's what y'all get for being nosy. So Sagittarius, make sure that you look your best, post your best right now, because you got a fan. Okay? You got a fan. Did I get all the cards out? Yeah, I did. I think so. I hope so. You got a fan. So somebody's being impulsive. Could be a fire sign. If it is a fire sign, it's an Aries, or you've got Aries within your chart here. And then we had Pisces show up as well, okay? In regard to that. So it could be an Aries or Pisces. Oh, Pisces is also, like, represents, like, hidden enemy as well. So it could be somebody who sees you as an enemy. Yeah, it's somebody who's in their head, okay? They're overthinking. They're stressed out. They're overanalyzing the situation. There's somebody that doesn't like the distance. It was a karmic friend, okay? Yeah, you can't trust them. Secret competition. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I don't believe in that. Block the bitch on everything. Okay? I do not believe in keeping friends close, enemies closer. Carless. Okay, this person could be carless, or they got their car repoed or something like that recently. Fishing for comments. It could be like reading your comment section, trying to look at something, like see if you're being supported or something like that, okay? You know, and getting excited when they feel like you're not, because they feel like something's going in their favor, but that's just their ego. Patience in the reverse. This person's like desperately waiting for something to happen. Assertion. So they could have taken action against you in some sort of way, like, I don't know, asserted themselves, and they're looking for the proof of this. For some of you guys, this was somebody that you were romantically involved with. Yeah, harmony. This is somebody who just has a lot of disharmony within themselves. Libra energy, Taurus energy, ostentation. Yeah, exactly. So, okay. Let's go to move forward here. Baby, when you've got a fan, post more. That's what I do. Mine always tries to get me to, like, shut up and go away. I don't. I just get louder. Like, you know, it's like that energy. Like, if somebody's following you in Walmart, I will literally turn around, or Target or wherever. I will literally turn around and be like, why are you following me? I am not afraid. My wife knows. Somebody tried to cut me in line at the store the other day, and I said, excuse you, like, really loud. He was very ashamed, and I loved it. I took a lot of pride in it. Like, no, you're not, I'm not going to feel guilty for you. Like, no, that's not it. I'm going to live loudly, and I think that's how you should too. Messages, please, for Sag work. Ooh, we've got alchemy. Okay, you could be using witchcraft right now. They're saying occult and learning God's secrets, transform the situation, or there's a need to use some sort of, like, alchemy, witchcraft, okay? Occult wisdom. We have seasonal or temp work, and then we have money. Okay. Oh, money blockages. Okay. You might, somebody here that has money blockages, like, you might be going through some sort of court issues or something like that, okay? So, what'd you say? Same. I call out people who stare at me on the streets. I love that. I love that. I don't call people out for staring. I usually just start staring at, like, their hairline or something like that, or a specific part of their body, knowing that psychology will just make them very insecure. And it works every single time because then they get really uncomfortable. They start adjusting their clothing. They adjust sitting up straight and they pretend that they don't feel you staring at them. So I don't know. I'm very confrontational, and all secure individuals are confrontational, and that's why there's so much hate against a confrontational individuals. Noted, yeah. That's why there's so much hate against confrontational individuals, because the thing is they're trying to deflect and put the blame or the guilt on the other person, right? Like, confrontation is a good thing. A lot of people just don't know how to be receptive, because yeah, it just, I don't know. Like, you're not going to make me carry the shame or the guilt, and I'm not going to be submissive to that. Like, it doesn't make me a bad person. I think a bad person is the one that's going to submit and carry the shame and the guilt because they have a lack of boundaries, all for some sort of sense of like false purity mindset. Oh my God, I'm always confrontational and I always wish I'm not. Don't, baby. Do not. Seriously. Especially, hold on. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to look at your picture here. I can't see it because it's so tiny. Especially like melanated individuals, baby, be loud, be confrontational. I'm so sick and tired of seeing that. Especially in the community here where they have this like stigma around, black people are loud, black people are this, black people are that. I'm like, no, they're expressive. Like, that's something that a lot of us, especially white people, should definitely learn and embody. Like, I'm so sick and tired of that, internalized bullshit that they put on other people, okay? You're a Cap Cancer with Sag Stellium. Oh my goodness. But it's in Pisces? Oh no. So you're definitely being impacted by this. It's just shedding these old layers, baby. We're shedding these old layers, okay? Every single person is, but it is hitting your guys' signs a lot more. Pisces, Gemini, Sag, and Virgo, specifically. So I have a Pisces midhaven. It's hitting mine right in the 10th house, right in the sucker. And I'm like, cool, yeah. This feels really great. What do? I have no idea. I'm just flowing, baby. I'm just flowing. That's it. Okay, I have no freaking idea. But anyways, let's go ahead and see what we have here. Alchemy. Thank you. We've got the Lovers card and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, Spirit's really asking you to listen to your intuition right now, Queen of Wands, and be confident in yourself and your gifts and what you have to offer, especially in the workplace right now. I feel like you're very masterful at whatever you do. Okay, you could be a nurse. Absolutely, there is a nurse in this picture. With the Lovers card, it's making these really good choices and decisions. Some of you guys are going to make the choice to like walk away from the situation and alchemize it. Now we can do, hi Frida, welcome. We can do alchemy here, like transmuting. So there's multiple ways of transmuting energy. Like, magic is not, when people think of like magic or whatever, or witchcraft, whatever you want to call it, they're immediately jumping into hexing and cursing, right? Or that's what they think it all is, and it's not. Like, I can do an alchemy spell to get rid of my negative thoughts and my intrusive thoughts, or get rid of my procrastination. Like, there's so much positive spell work out there, and it can be as simple, like, genuinely, like when I lose an eyelash, baby, make a wish, okay? Every single time, like, my necklace is turned around and you have like the clasp. This one doesn't have a clasp because I tied it around my neck, but as I turn it around, I reset intentions. I blow on a dandelion. Like, magic is everywhere. Magic is in the mundane. And so there's something here about utilizing that, okay, on a daily basis. Tell me about the seasonal or temp work. Okay, there's something here about carrots or vitamin that's in carrots. Three of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, somebody's unhappy with what they're doing. Maybe you work with food or something like that. You kind of just hate it. And that's okay. You're just not feeling aligned to it right now. So you might end up like quitting or even being fired, like trying to cut down on your hours there or go somewhere else. That's all right. It's like you were only doing something to carry you until something else picks up is what I just heard. So, carrying you until something else picks up. So this could just be like a job. Let's say that you're like an entrepreneur, right? And so you're like, I'm just doing this to put food on my damn table right now and keep my lights on, right? Felt real. But when I say that, I mean, from a wife. I hate that she works a regular job. It's silly. She loves it though. She's really good. She makes really good money. But Page of Swords here, it's like you're looking for something different, okay? You're like, when is this going to end? When am I finally going to be making the money that I want to make so I can go full time into what I am actually passionate about? That's going to come up in your future. We have money coming in here. Tell me about this. Tell me about this money coming in, please, for Sagittarius. You have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay. Tell me about this. Six of Cups in reverse. It's gonna come as you shed. There's certain things, certain lessons that Spirit's having you learn right now, and as like you shed these lessons, these belief systems around finances, around yourself, your identity, etc., that's when the success comes in for you. Yep, Ace of Wands, exactly. But it's requiring more emotional regulation on your part and not being so attached to specific outcomes, not being so in your head. We have the Eight of Swords here, right? Be in your heart, not in your head, okay? There's like the heart and everything like that there. Well, there's a lot of things there. This deck is so wild. It's like a little angry man. You got a little angry man in your gut right now, okay? Some of you guys might need to detox or cleanse your gut. Maybe your gut health here. Your gut health is the main brain. Your gut is the main brain. Like, science is just barely catching up to that, but that is the truth. It's something I've talked about for, I don't know, 8 years now, 9 years. But the gut is the main brain, okay? And it sends the signals to the brain and tells you, hey, we're depressed. Hey, we're this. Hey, we're that. And that's why you see like pre and probiotics and all these other things coming up in, you know, popularity, I guess you could say. Tell me about the Sword card, though. What is this? Okay, 10 of Cups. The Death card and the Temperance in reverse. You're showing up in the reverse here. Okay. There might be some legal issues going on, especially in regards to like family. You just did a parasite cleanse today. Thank you for that confirmation. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a little parasite there. So I love that. Good for you. That's amazing. Good job listening to your body there. Okay. There might be something going on around, you want to ask if I know a spell? What spell? Against overeating? No, baby, I'm a bit back. We grub all fucking day long. Are you kidding me? Anger, yeah. Transmutation. If you follow me on Instagram, send me a message. If you follow me on TikTok, send me a message. Or you can go ahead and go to my website, send me a message, and I can help you with that. We can do a transmutation. I can definitely explain that. But for overeating, no, bitch. I'm a big bag. Baby, we eat. We cook, we eat, we happily married, okay? So, yeah. I'm really not like fat, but I got chunky though. I used to be way skinnier. Fasting, yeah, intermittent fasting though. But always talk to a healthcare professional because that can be really detrimental on some and like their energy levels, right? So, anyways, let's see here. 10 of Cups. Okay, so I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted by the comments. Which I do appreciate you guys interacting in the live chat, by the way. Thank you for that. Some of you guys, there could have been a passing in your family, and there's this energy here where you're having to go to court for a situation, and there's a lot of like imbalance or greed in a situation, okay, over some sort of inheritance. So this financial stuff, inheritance or child support or something like that, okay, the Tower card in the reverse and the Empress in the upright. Yeah, we can have a single parent here, specifically a single mother, but you could be a single father as well. Take it as it resonates for you. But the Four of Swords in reverse is somebody's very restless about finances and money. And Spirit wants you to know, like, it is going to work out in your favor, even though right now somebody is doing everything in their power to make sure that it doesn't. Okay? So if you have a court situation, it has to do with family, whether this is inheritance or this is over children, child support, things like that, and being supported. It is going to go in your favor. Yeah, Seven of Cups. Try not to get too into your head and let these, like, ideas run away with you. That's where, you know, we end up having issues that are not necessarily, and we can unconsciously manifest those realities because we're feeding into them. Okay. But otherwise, you guys look great. Alchemy, alchemy, alchemy. Money's coming, okay? Some of you guys, if you're looking to like get a job or a gig or something like that, you're definitely going to get the gig. I feel like it's going to pay you a little bit more than you're used to, which is going to be great. Don't let your love life distract you from your goals right now, okay? All right, let's talk about love life. Hi. Hello, beautiful. How are you? Messages, please, for Sagittarius in regards to matters of their heart, their love life. Matters of the heart, their love life. We have wedding rings in the reverse. Cassette, okay. And love call in the reverse. All right, so this is somebody who is in a relationship here. You're not feeling very valued or loved right now. You could be replaying, or somebody here is replaying a conversation in their head like over and over again. Something, maybe it was an argument, right? And you or the other person is like replaying what was said, and they're not thinking really positively right now. I feel like somebody's really not expressing like love or valuing the other individual. You know, they're not really, it's like kind of, okay, how do I explain? Tell me about this. Tell me about wedding rings in the reverse. Career, yeah, somebody's really career focused. I feel like, you know, money could be a little bit tight or something like that, and they're just focused on advancing no matter what it takes, even at the sacrifice of like the connection within the relationship right now. The cassette card is over, yeah, a conversation. And the love call card in the reverse is laugh here. And then we have grapevine. Ooh, interesting. And goodbye. Okay, so you've got, okay, things are kind of just unfriendly. There could be hostile energies, but I feel like you two do love each other. It's just, you know, and people can be spreading rumors like about your relationship, so be careful who you're opening up to about your relationship right now, where it's just like, you know, when you tell a friend like, oh, me and so-and-so got in an argument, thank you, I appreciate it, me and so-and-so got in an argument, you know, and then next thing you know, they're spreading a rumor like, oh yeah, they're not gonna last, they're gonna break up and blah blah blah, and it's like, that's not even true. Like, that's not even what I said. I just said I feel unappreciated that we got in an argument over it. It's like that type of energy. So you might have somebody gossiping about your love life right now. Tell me about this energy. And in all reality, it feels like somebody feels a little bit neglected. The other person's coming up short because they're really focused on their career. And I'm not justifying it, but this is a normal relationship. A lot of relationships go through these trials and tribulations, and they have their cycles of highs and lows. And it's not that it's hard or easy. It's just neutral. It's just experiencing life and love together. Tell me about this. Thank you. Yeah, the moon card. Okay. Somebody has an idea of the way that life should be right now with the age that they're at, and that's why they're unable to focus on this relationship. Because they're just not where they want to be. They're not happy with that. 10 of Cups. Yeah, they want the best for you guys as a whole, for your family here. But they're unwilling, like they're willing to sacrifice time and connection to create the best because they don't know how to create that balance. Tell me about cassette and conversation. The High Priestess and the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so because there's not much conversation going on, the High Priestess, it's like being left up to somebody's intuition here. And somebody feels like there's like secrets, Three of Cups, and they're just not happy. Like there's nothing being discussed. It's being held back, right? The Nine of Swords is in the reverse, and the other person doesn't really know that the person that's feeling this is going through this because they're not being communicative. They're not being verbal about it. Like, one thing I will give is communication is so vital. Like, when we're in relationships and, you know, like for me, I'm married. If there are times when I feel like my wife is prioritizing work, she's a Capricorn stellium just like I am. So both of us really have to balance work and play in order to make our relationship work, because we will both be all work and no play, okay? And so at times, like sometimes I'm doing it and she has to be like, hey, babe, like, come on, let's not work today. You've worked 7 days in a row. You've taken clients every day. Like, say no, deny the client, whatever. And there are other times where it's with her. I'm like, hey, we don't need this extra shift. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do that, right? But we have to communicate our needs. Hey, I need more cuddles tonight. Hey, I need help around the house. Hey, I need this. Hey, I need that. It's about communication. And somebody here is not communicating their needs, so the other person can't show up properly because they don't know. And instead, we just kind of hold these like silent resentments, right? Where the person's working and you know why they're working, but it still doesn't take away from what you're experiencing or whatever it may be. So communicate these things, communicate and be like, hey, we need a date night. My wife and I go on a date every single week, no matter what. We have one date night every single week, child free, and it's non-negotiable. We don't negotiate on that. All right. So very important here. Find some sort of schedule that works with everyone. Tell me about this. I feel like you have a lot of fun with your partner. Like you have a lot of love with your partner, but you guys are kind of going through trying times right now together. Yeah, King of Swords. And because of it, it's like you've gone from like laughing and having fun with each other to more so arguing. Okay. Four of Wands. So your relationship is solid regardless of whatever hater ass friend you have that's gossiping about your relationship. I would definitely reassess what friends and who you're opening up to in regards to your relationship. Tell me about this. Page of Cups in the reverse. Somebody's like thrilled that you're arguing with your partner. They think your relationship is too perfect. I feel like I'm talking to a couple that's been together for a very long time, and they're too emotionally immature to understand what a viable, healthy relationship looks like. The Fool card in the reverse. They're just being reckless, okay? They're just talking shit and being reckless. Yeah, the Two of Wands here. You see this big old monster is trying to get in the middle of your guys' relationship in some sort of way. Ten of Swords to betray you. This person's weird. You have a weirdo in your midst. Four of Cups in the reverse, yeah. And it's like you and your partner's not even like rejecting you like that. It's just life. And sometimes we get caught up, we get caught up in the mundane of everything, kids and work or pets or whatever comes up here. Justice is here in the Six of Hazards. Things are going to return back to normal during Libra season. Okay, I just feel like right now during eclipse season, it's really not feeling balanced, but it will return that way. Okay, it will return back to normal and how things normally are. So just hang tight, communicate your needs, utilize this as an opportunity to build better communication in your relationship. And, be patient with yourself and be patient with your partner would be my advice here, but you can do whatever you want. Whatever feels the best for you. That's not going to be for everyone. Health, yeah, exactly. I'm going to be part of your health and wellness journey. Like, you're in a healthy relationship. I just feel like this is a normal part of life, and maybe you guys are frustrated with each other, but there's so much love in the relationship, okay? It's all good. All right, closing this out here. Let's see what we've got. Messages, please, for Sagittarius. Okay. You've got admired. Acknowledge how much you do. So many people appreciate you. Finances and home life are stable. Stay blessed. We love to see it. We have transform your burdens into blessings, alchemist. This is the second alchemist card, so definitely a sign, baby. Do some magic. Some hocus pocus. 'Tis the season. Listen to high vibrational music, okay? We have communication, symbols, music, numbers, signs, animals, spirits communicating with you. We do have work in silence. A thief is watching. It is in the reverse. Top of the deck is you are on a correct path, okay? I love that. Thank you, Frida, for the confirmation. And it's time to rest and rejuvenate. And that rest and rejuvenate, again, is a different level of self-care because we are shedding these old identities. We are shedding these things that no longer serve us so that we can start this brand new chapter once Libra season comes in, okay? I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like my reading. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you next week.